Hello, everybody, and welcome back to an introduction to ArcheAge Online. Today we are going to be going over mounts. And now, every race has their own mount. They are all slightly different than others, but anybody can get the mount of any other race over the course of the game. And there's a variety of different ones, and not just the racial mounts. There's also some other mounts that you can get in addition. So I will be showing you some of that stuff, as well as I finally figured out what the difference between the left and right mouse button was. If you use the left mouse button, you can rotate the camera without moving your character. The right mouse button rotates the camera and turns your character, so that was good to know. Anyways, so we're going to start off here. And I'm an elf, and the elven race has, I think it's like some sort of deer. You might have seen them in the last video. They kind of had a few of them sitting around by the town there. So that is the racial mount for the elves. The humans get normal horses, I believe. The fair get, oddly enough, they get big lions. So you get to be a cat race and you ride on lions. Go figure. And the last, the Hariharans, they have you know those like ceremonial dragons that you see in like Asian parades and things like that? I'd say Asian, but I mean like Chinese New Year and stuff like that. It's kind of like that. They call it a taru, and it's kind of a weird looking dragony lion thing. They're very strange, but maybe we'll see one in a little bit. I know my main character has one, so. And I just seem to have stumbled onto like an area just on loading here, a whole lot of random stuff to harvest. So I'm picking that up. Oh, these are small ones. Okay. I'm wasting my time. So I have done a couple of quests since the last video just to try to get us up to the point where we start doing the mount quests. So hopefully this is the start of the chain. This is some sort of seed of something for a pet. Like pet food or something. And oh, that is ridiculously cute. I've got a blue deer thing on my back. So I need to take this along the path, it looks like, and then up there somewhere. So we'll use this to kind of speed our way along. And it's not a racetrack. I can cut corners. So we are close to some sort of like ceremonial tree thing here. Can I can zoom in all the way to first person. So, oh, there's another mine. Hang on a second, dear. They've given me a very generous time limit for this quest. I've got a whole hour to go the distance of about a block. Oh, there's one of the deers back there. Deers. There's one of the deer. This looks suspiciously like the breeding grounds for the mounts. Now usually you're going to see stuff like this where you've got a couple of different color options when you're getting your mount. They're going to be the same type of mount and the stats aren't going to vary, but you get your choice of colors. So I've got a lovely shade of green here, or white, and this is kind of a purpley bluish thing. Yeah. Okay. And he is giving me another quest to get a mount. So let's see. He wants me to do what? Probably use this seed. So this is kind of similar to what you're going to see with farming and stuff later on. When you use a seed, it's going to pop up this little prompt where you can see what the plant's going to look like. And then if you notice at the base of that, there's leaves that are kind of encircling it that are a little bit different looking than the rest of the bush. See here where they're under me, they turn red. Those give you a visual representation of an outline. So you can tell how much space this thing is going to take up. So this one here, I know for a fact, is only going to take 30 seconds to grow. You can see the countdown timer going on it. So I literally just stand here and wait. Now, most normal crops you can interact with. If you've got water, you can water them, which speeds up their growth a little bit. Or you can dig them up early or something like that if you need to or want to. And this one is kind of a specialty thing. And, whoop, there it is. And I think that timer on it now is a 1 hour timer that's to expire. So if I don't harvest it within an hour, it's just going to disappear on me. Oh, and here's the little... Oh, they're so cute. Now, the white ones are cool, but I am kind of partial to the green one. Not really sure why. So... it's good before you turn in the quest to choose which one you want, because otherwise you're going to be kind of forced to just choose something. So, okay. So I want the green one, which is this one here. So I'll take that. And then I think he's just telling me to grow my pet up, so... Oh, and apparently doing that leveled me up, so woohoo. Okay, now, if I was another race, or a visitor from abroad, so to speak, from one of the other continents or something, I can just run up here and actually buy one of these. They're not very expensive, as you can see here. They're only 10 silver. So... free to do that if I want. If I'm, let's say I'm one of the Nuyans, I can just run up here and buy one of these if I don't want my horse. But you can still keep the other mounts. You don't get rid of one, you just get one in addition. So you can run around and collect all the mounts if you want. Even now, if I really wanted to, and I decided after all, oh, I don't want the green one, I probably should have gotten the white one, I can just come over here and buy the white one. Not a big deal. You do have to raise them all up, though, so we're going to come over here and do that. I do apologize for it being night. I unfortunately don't have much control over that. The day and night cycles are pretty long in this game. Let's see. Pop open my inventory, and here we have our little deer. And yes, just like with the other, you can plant this. Even more amusing is if you, let's see, there's a button, I think. If you click, you can now rotate it how you want. In case you want to, you know, have it sticking its tail up at you. Woohoo. It's a rude deer. But there we go. Now, again, you can see that blue little icon saying, or blue sparkly effect thing saying I need to interact with this. So, alright. So, raising your pet up is basically just a series of pressing F. You give it some food, and it gets all happy. Makes little fun chirping noises. I think that's the same noise that the baby lions make. And now you can see there's a timer on it. We just have to wait for this timer to go off, and it'll get a little bit bigger. And then we kind of repeat the process. All in all, it takes a few minutes, and that's about it in order to get your pet raised up. Oh, it looks like the timer's actually up here too. I had not noticed this before. So, hum-de-dum-de-dum. I can make my interface disappear. Oh, except for that makes the mouse disappear too. I like my mouse. 2, 1, and poof, he's slightly larger. Still quite cute, but not quite as cute. So again, we just start pressing F. And he's filthy dirty. So now we wash it. And then somehow it goes from being this really cutesy Bambi looking thing to one of these kind of majestic yet slightly ugly creatures, just like poof. So, little flowers coming off of him. I do find it amusing. They've got branches instead of horns. They're like nature Bambis, which is kind of silly to say because generally speaking, deer are considered fairly natural animals. And oh, wait, now we do something else. Okay. Oh, now we get to dance with it. Forgot about that. Because, you know, dancing with your pet is a very important part of raising it up. And poof, there it is. Just fireworks, and it's suddenly like, hi, I'm ugly now. Well. Alright, and then I think we just actually come over and we pick it up, which makes even more sense. But, you know, I'm not going to complain. So then we come over here, we talk to this guy, and he gives us a pet revival potion, I think. Pet resurrection potion, yeah. These are actually really, really good potions. If your pet dies in the field, you will need to bring it back to one of these guys here that resurrect it, or you'll need to use one of these potions. You can actually pull your pet back out and ride them after they've been killed, but until you actually go to one of these revival guys and properly revive your pet, that pet will be extremely slow. So, yeah, revive your pet if it dies. Or better yet, don't let it die. And now this guy's got a quest too. He's going to give me some clothes to go do something. Wow, I have to say, out of all the races that I've played as, the elves get their mounts the fastest. To be honest, since we did the last video, I've put about a total of 30 minutes of game time into this, and part of that was spent just running around collecting stuff, so it does not take very long to get your mount as an elf. Anyways, alright, so now we've got the mount. It's really sensitive about the whole, like, dragging stuff onto the hotbar here. So I can use it. And there we are. So here is our lovely new mount. Now you'll see here, I've got a whole new bar full of stuff that I can use here. This is your pet info. Shows you your pet stats, the level, any gear that's equipped to it. Yes, you can equip gear to it, and we'll do that in just a moment. Then this is to get on or off of your pet. This, I believe, if you are carrying a second player, you can press that and it will eject them off of the back of your pet, or your mount. You can have pets in addition to your mount, but you can only ever have one out at a time. This is to make your pet go away. So it's kind of your way of setting them back to the inventory. Pets will not just go back to the inventory by default. You can call them out and then not even get on them, and it will just follow around with you. And yeah, you can fight and have it gain. I think it gains a little bit of XP from helping you in fights and stuff, but it doesn't really help you in fights. But that's one way of getting XP for it. The other way is just riding it around. Now, if you go out to Miracle Island and stuff, you're going to end up seeing a lot of people that are literally, they've got auto run on, and then they just hold down one of the arrow keys. Something like this. And the reason for that is because you gain experience for your pet based on distance ridden. So if I leave this stuck like this, I can go to bed, come back the next day, and my pet will have gained probably a few levels just off of riding around like that. It's kind of stupid, but it's something that a lot of people have been exploiting. Personally, I think it's stupid, but it ticks me off a bit. Anyways, buttons down here, we've got the dash ability, which is very short, but it makes your mount run quite quickly. Then these over here are all going to be combat abilities. Now these, you need to level your pet up to be able to unlock. You can see down there at the bottom of the description for that in red says something 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 10 and something something something. What that's saying is you have, once your pet reaches level 10, it will unlock this. This one's level 15, this is level 20, and then level 25. And these are the different abilities that will vary from pet to pet for the race's pets. Now let's pop open our, let's see, get off. There we go. See if this guy has anything for sale. Now this is a baby Yatta, which is a different kind of mount. These are able to jump fairly high. That's their specialty thing. So you can run around and jump very high. Any race can get these. Every race's starting area where they've got one of these guys, he sells those. So you can pick them up pretty much anywhere. But they are 5 gold, which is a bit expensive, especially at the beginning of the game. So, not super cheap. Anyways, let's see. We need some cheap armor here. Let's see. That is pet level 3, pet level 10. Okay, these are the cheap ones here. Or sorry, pet level 1. What am I looking at? So, I'll take that and that and that. So now, this is only the basic stuff, but oops. Right-clicking on your mount will make you mount them by default. I'll pop this open, and let's put some equipment on this guy. So let's stick on a saddle, and you can see it does show up on the mount. So much like armoring yourself. And we've got something to protect the legs. Wow, those are quite fancy. And then something for the head. Now, if only he had a red nose. Oh well. Can't have everything. So there we are. We've got our decked out new mount, who looks pretty badass for being a starter mount. And now we can get around faster. There's no mount food or anything of that sort. You just have to worry about, not letting them die. They will regenerate once you put them away. It does take a little bit of time, though. It's not like you can stick it in your inventory and instantly pull it back out again. Ooh, more vanilla. I'm just getting lucky with all of these herbs today. So I can show you here, if I engage this guy. My mount did pretty much squat to help me, but he does get a little bit of experience for stuff like that. Where is my experience bar? Ah, right here. However, they can somehow take the aggro at times, though, so it's not like the enemies or mobs you're fighting completely ignore them. They generally do, but not completely. Well, that's about it for mounts, really. The other thing you're going to see, though, that's kind of particular to mounts of different types is later on in the game you can actually get machines and vehicles. There's a tractor, which is mostly for trading. I've heard rumors there's a car somewhere that you can get, too. But I don't know a whole lot about that. There's some submarines that they've just recently added to the game. Which are, as you would expect, something that you would use in the ocean. And there's a very, very important mount that you will get later on over the course of just doing quests here, and that is your trade mount. And the trade mount you will see a little bit later on when I do the, I go into trading and things in more detail, but the trade mount is much, much better than the regular mount if you want to do trade runs. And basically, to sum it up, you're going to put something on your back that's extremely heavy and it forces you to walk. You can't run while you've got that thing you're carrying. And you can get up on your mount, but if you get on a regular mount while you're carrying that pack, you actually move slower than if you just walk. The exception being trade mounts, and to my knowledge, currently the only trade mounts are the donkey and the tractor. The tractor is kind of special because it's something you get much, much later in the game, and even then only if you go out of your way to get it. The donkey you will get fairly soon into the game, and the tractor and the donkey, the big difference is the tractor actually allows you to carry up to 5 trade packs, whereas with the donkey you can just carry the one on your back. Anyways, so the donkey mount is not as fast as a regular mount when you're just normally running around like so. However, if you are carrying a trade pack on your back, the donkey is much faster than just walking. So it's kind of a give and take. You'll probably end up carrying the donkey around with you wherever you go. Now, there's all kinds of random stuff out here. This is quite interesting. Vicious flamingos. He looks ticked. Are they one-legged? No, okay, he does have 2. He just doesn't want to show me his other leg. Alright, I'm backing off. Vile things. Another thing you'll find about mounts is that they walk extremely slowly sideways. Front and back, not too bad. Oh, back's pretty slow, but running forward, they're fine. But man, if you want to go sideways, I mean, they're basically tiptoeing. There we go. Fun times. Anyways, that is about all I've got for the mounts for now. Again, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.